So Luke, you've got to be pleased with that win in the end. Could have been a real banana skin.
Yeah, it could have been. They were a bit different to what we expected and what we'd seen and done our homework on. A few player changes as well, so they're ones you can easily slip up on. So we'll definitely take the win on that.
Yeah, because it was sort of a game of two halves. First half they were in it, but second half you obviously managed to tweak things around and control the game really.
It came from about 10 minutes before half time. Frankie and I had a bit of a discussion on something that we'd seen. The way that we were trying to play and trying to break them down wasn't quite working. But yeah, I'd seen something with Frankie, put it to him. He'd done it a couple of times just before we scored, and the goal came as a result of it. Maybe not directly, but as the next phase of it. So we took that into half time, had a bit of a chat, ironed a few things out because, like I said, they were different to what we had seen them and what we had planned for. So we just had to tweak a few things.
That's good what you're saying about Frankie, because it seems like the team are listening and learning when you see them play.
They're very open-minded. We've not had a training session in ages because we've been Wednesdays, Sundays as well. So it's been hard to fit in a session even on a Monday. So they're having to kind of do it from a tactics board and from us sort of saying things. So they're very open-minded, and as we've said before, they put their input on what they see in the game. We have discussions after the game. We send them clips from Sutton, for example. We sent them clips. So what's your thoughts on this individually? We sort of compiled that. We came back with, well, this is your assessment, this is our assessment. Some of it aligns. This kind of needs to change really. So they've been very good with it.
Yeah, because I think all the fans were pleased with the win, but it's like it wasn't our best performance.
No, I didn't think so either. We weren't bad. We still dominated the ball. But yeah, it wasn't the best that we've been all season. But sometimes you take that. We played well and lost games, and I said before, right at the beginning of the season, I'd almost take playing poorly and stealing a win. So I wouldn't say we've even stolen them, and I thought we were good value for the win. We've still played well, but just not as good. We had to figure a few things out. They've defended a little bit deeper, so it's caused us different things to look at.
Yeah, but it's good that you realise and you can tweak it, because I think the key thing is, like you just said, earlier in the season we'd have lost that game. They'd have come back to at least 2-2. We'd have lost some penalties.
Yeah.
So you can see things are changing.
Yeah, it is just a case of the principles we've embedded are very basic. This is the structure of how we play. We've said it many a time. We've got a plan B and almost a plan C, but they just understand the basic concept. So it's not like we're having to do anything genius to tweak on the pitch. It's stuff that we've highlighted and are aware of. It's just okay, all right, well, this one's not working today, go to this one please. And they did.
Yeah, because I mean, still, got the right thing right. I mean, Trev got his 8th goal in 8 games, and we've never had a player do that before.
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's all right.
Yeah, he scores goals, but it's good because it was set up by Confisi. So
Astl's cross.
Cross, and he could have quite easily missed that, but Astl's cross was brilliant. It was like, that was like, I was watching the Premier League yesterday, and the crosses over weren't as good as the one he hit in.
Yeah, he's put a good ball in. We've had a bit of a fortunate bounce off of their defender, but it's no coincidence that Trev scores goals. We're sort of working through this with a few players. You create your own chances based off of your movement and ability to read the game. You go to Sutton's game, and the goal that he scored on there, Zeke's had multiple touches in the box trying to worm his own little effort, and Trev's constantly pulling back. Every touch that Zeke takes, Trev creates a different angle for himself. So it's no coincidence that he scores goals. He's a very intelligent player. Yeah,
it was also that you found, well, both wing backs, but especially Marshall, you managed to find loads of space behind their full backs every time.
Again, this is another thing that we've gone through. It's our starting position either draws them out, we're playing behind, or they sit and we're playing to feed. So we've got more than one option for every single movement, and it's not just the player receiving the ball that knows it's the player on the ball. Assess where the defender is and play the option that's available.
But I think it's true though, but it applies to sort of the defence as well. I mean, Tommy came back and slotted in and did his job stopping everything. but okay, a little bit shaky with the goal and things, but they still seem fairly solid still.
Yeah, I say we, like Ivesy and I kind of sat down after Wednesday. Even at half time, we weren't overly impressed with our defensive shape. We tried to address it, and that's probably one occasion where it wasn't transferred very well. But we've since, like I say, we've gone away. Ivesy and I discussed it. We've put some messages out. We've shown some clips. We've gone through quite a heavy message on Saturday in defensive responsibility, and it's been better. So it's just a shame we still conceded a goal, but we're not really being cut open. It's just positive to see.
Yeah. And I think the other good thing to see was the subs bench looked quite strong, and all the subs when they came on all did a good job.
Yeah, I think our squad is strong. We've got a very good. Again, how many times have we said that we've had to rotate the squad or someone's had to come in? Yeah, don't forget Dante is picking up man of the match. He's not available.
Yeah.
And we've got, we've got that throughout the squad, and it's good to see Zach Wolvey under 23 coming in, and he slots in absolutely fine. He was brilliant on Wednesday, and then Bissett pulls up with an injury, so we rotate. Zach comes in, and he shores us up again on Saturday.
Yeah, I thought I've seen Zach all the way through from because he played against my son's team each year, and you're right. He's very industrious, and you wouldn't have thought he was an under 23.
No, it is. He's experienced without having experience, if that makes sense at all. He does. He just comes in and he slots in. He knows what we're working towards. He's an intelligent lad. You say something on the pitch and he does it straight away. You don't have to keep repeating it to him. But he's a team player as well. Just come in and.
But I think what's good, you've got Zach who's come through. You've got Johnny Phillips has come through. Reece has come through. That's the system. And I think that helps. That must help with the under 23s, the whole thing to planning, because you can see there's a pathway in the
There
first
genuinely
team.
is. That's another thing that can take a couple of years to come through, because obviously James got to have the players coming through to him. They might not be ready by 16, 17, 18 years old, so they've just got to be patient but see that there is a genuine route into the first team. You find with a lot of youngsters at the moment that by 17 years old they think they should be a first team 90-minute starter week in, week out, and there's so much that you still got to learn, and physically got to grow as well. So again, that's with them. They've got to be patient, but we're quite clear with the message to the under 23s that the opportunity is there, but there are things you've got to do to get to that point.
Yeah, but it's just refreshing to see it all slotting together. As almost like Whitstable sacked their manager last night. We know who he is, but he didn't get time to be given a plan to put in place. Whereas I think you could have quite easily seen after the first couple of games, oh, this isn't working, we're going to get rid of it. But he's stuck at it. Yeah. And that plan is just, it's not massive steps, but little steps each game.
Yeah, I said to Scott when we first came to do it that there's one or two ways I can go about this. I can try and throw everything at it to try and get short-term success, but it's only ever going to be short-term, or we can be patient, and this is what I want to work towards. It goes beyond what we're doing on there, the amount of things that Scott and I have got in place and trying to plan to do, and he's been brilliant with it the whole way through. So if you've got a long-term plan and you can actually see what we're trying to do, then he's going to be patient with it. And I think with us, even from the early games where we're losing, how many times have you said, we've been a better team, how have we lost that? And it's happened so many times, but at that point you can see what we're trying to work towards. It's not as if we're just throwing people out there, playing any random game and just panicking on the pitch.
Yeah,
it's like game plan.
It's like, it was good to see. I mean, it wasn't a raucous clip of the team, but I just posted a clip I got last night where everybody else had gone home after the game, and the only people left were the players still laughing and joking and just having a good crack. And that's in like less than 3 months they've come together as a team.
I don't know how long you stick around after games. We're regularly being kicked out by the opposition. We generally stay later than all the other teams do anyway, even at their place. So that's been from Chipstead. When we won one at Chipstead, was that second game of the season. They're coming and turning our speaker off and asking us to leave. The camaraderie there is good.
Yeah. Well, it's just because the real test, I guess, is showing that it's going to be next weekend against Everton Belvedere.
Yeah.
That's going to be a toughie.
We're very, 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 very happy to be able to train. And the physical load has been massive, playing 2 times a week for the last few weeks, but also mentally with work and the changing weather, it does take its toll. Couple of boys picking up knocks on Saturday, so we're welcoming being able to train Tuesday, Thursday and prepare for that one, because it's going to be a very hard game.
Yeah, it's, I think the fans are pleased because we're going into it realistic, thinking, you know, they're going to be a very hard team to beat. But we sort of have a chance still, you know, winning the game.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of the closest. It's not their team with the best players, it's the players with the best team.
Yeah, it's just making sure we get our plan right and everyone turns up with the right mindset. I think when we've played against the stronger teams, we've turned up with the right mindset. You know, your Phoenixes, Dealtown, Stansfeld, all of them were, you know, up there second places and stuff like that. So the mentality is good. We just got to get the consistency with it and just start seeing it over the line, turning the draws into wins when we're creating the chances.
Yeah, well, that's what we see on Saturday. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.